Hello, everyone. My name is Despiana Christofidou. I work as a project manager at Center for Social Innovation, which is an organization that handles European projects. One of the projects I manage in the organization is called Queer Migrants, Addressing Gaps in Adult Education and Social Cohesion. It's an Erasmus Plus project that gives emphasis on the double stigma that queer migrants are facing, and aims to strengthen the capacity of professionals in answering the needs of LGBTQI refugees, migrants, and asylum seekers. This is a web-based exhibition in which I will demonstrate the capacity building program that was designed for the purposes of this project, which aims to provide the users with the necessary information about the queer migrants people's experience. First of all, let's start by saying that one of the things we examine in this project is that belonging in the LGBTQI community has a significant impact on a person's life, as the majority of LGBTQI individuals face societal oppression and discrimination. Most of the times, these people, queer migrants, are forced to deal with inequities, human rights abuse, and victimization, simply because they deviate from traditional social identities. It's important to mention that an increasing number of LGBTQI people are forced to flee their home country, seeking for greater sexual equality or even escaping persecution, since their identity, their LGBTQI identity, is criminalized in more than 70 countries worldwide. The main link we investigate as a consortium in this project is the link between sexual identity and the decision to migrate, which is actually a highly understudied aspect of migration. While working on this project, I have indeed realized that queer migrants are facing a lot of hardships because of their race and their sexual orientation, which forces them to confront a double stigma. For the multiplier event that we're organizing for this project, we will have a queer migrant, Harry, who will share his own experience. And I would like to take some parts of his speech and share it with you, because I believe it's very important for voices like his to be heard. One of the things that Harry reveals is that being gay in most African countries doesn't get you a pat on the back. On the contrary, it's a crime by law. It's a demonic possession according to some religious groups and a death sentence according to social groups. He also mentions that volunteering in NGOs further exposed me to many of the anti-gay laws and practices that exist across Africa. He states that out of 54 countries in Africa, 32 still enforce the anti-gay law. 5 countries accept LGBTQI rights, and 17 countries are on the fence. Reflecting on his experience, he also mentions that a gay person can be threatened by blackmail, rape, extortion, or by jungle justice. These actions done on gay people are not seen as a criminal offense or a human right violation, and the perpetrators are neither punished nor corrected. Basically, there are no laws protecting a gay person. He also mentions that in Nigeria, a gay person is a criminal practicing an unnatural lifestyle and is thrown into so-called correctional facility, commonly known as prison, for 14 years, and in this homophobic prison, a gay person stands little or an impossible chance of survival, since he or she is often sexually abused and can be killed at any point by inmates. He also states that a queer migrant is religiously and socioculturally a demonically possessed person who is forced to endure inhuman practices. Families take their children for exorcism or conversion therapy in order to fit into the norm of a perfect home. People are ostracized or dragged and humiliated, turned into the police, and arrested. He also reveals that in addition to his morning healthy habits, he needs to wear the lifestyle of a straight man, with the fear of being identified as a gay person, looking over my shoulders, not knowing when I could be stopped by the authorities, who will take my phone, looking for pointers to my gayness. Elaborating on his decision to leave Africa, he says, "I left Africa and chose life. I left my family, left my academic accomplishments, left my job, and chose myself. I chose a chance to live here in Cyprus at the mercy of a member state of the European Union, seeking asylum, confined to working on farmlands, kitchens, any and everything just to survive the waiting period of 2 to 3 years before the final decision from the asylum body. He also talks about the way other people treat him in Cyprus. He says, like this pain and hardship are not enough, I hear discriminatory phrases every day. You de-Europanize Cyprus. You take our jobs. You take our money. You migrants come with diseases and you infect the locals. Go back to your country. And he says, I'm not asking for silver or gold for gay people seeking asylum coverage in Cyprus. All I wish for is a chance to live my life, proudly accepting who I am, not being seen as a criminal, a demonically possessed man. I wish to be a free gay man. Therefore, as Harry's speech proves, this is a matter of critical importance, and queer migrants' identity should be discussed. And that's why I believe this project is a very important project. For the purposes of this project, we have conducted the research that revealed that due to the difficulty in obtaining samples from such a marginalized social group, there is limited research regarding LGBTQI migrants and refugees' life circumstances. And we have concluded that this might partly be the reason why professionals providing services to LGBTQI migrants or refugees lack valuable information and receive deficient or no training concerning this group's needs. That is why we have developed a platform, a capacity learning program that you can find online, which was designed for the purposes of this project, and it aims to inform people about the challenges queer migrants face on a daily basis. This training program provides the users with information on the complex issues encountered by LGBTQIA+ migrants. It educates them on the detrimental effect that xenophobic and homotransphobic discrimination have, not only on the LGBTQIA+ migrants, but also on the community as a whole. It equips them with appropriate educational tools and resources to be able to identify discrimination against LGBTQIA+ migrants, and it also helps queer migrants discover the experiences of other people like them. This training program, consists of 4 modules. The first module is called Ethical and Inclusive Communication. The second module is called The Situation and Legal Rights of LGBTQIA+ migrants in both their countries of origin and host countries. The third module is called Challenges LGBTQIA+ migrants and refugees can face in their communities and how to improve their access to public services. And the fourth module is called Challenges older LGBTQI migrants can face in their communities and how to improve their access to public services. To access the course, the training program, you need to find this link here, and you have to create your account. You have to press the button register, and you have to write your email, your full name, your public username, your passport, your password, and your country or region of residence. You will receive an email, a confirmation email, which will confirm your registration, and you can also check your spam folder if you cannot find this email in your inbox. As soon as you register, you will have the chance to explore the platform and all the courses of the different modules that are found in this platform. As I said, there are 4 different modules that you can find. And each module has several lessons. And each module has a different goal, a different purpose. Let's explore some of the introductory videos that we can find at the beginning of the modules. The first module is called Ethical and Inclusive Communication, as I said. This module basically focuses on the importance of communication in a path of integration and inclusion of LGBTQI migrants. And it's divided in 4 lessons. Lesson 1, working on words. Lesson 2, therein communication. Lesson 3, intercultural communication. And lesson 4, evaluation. We have Unit 1, uniqueness is better than diversity. Unit 2, communication starts with listening. Unit 3, basic concepts of education. Then we have Lesson 2, Unit 1, introduction, ethical communication and inclusive communication. And Lesson 3, intercultural communication, Unit 1, introduction, Unit 2, how cultures can talk, and Unit 3, linguistic difficulties. And the 4th lesson is the self-evaluation. Let's examine now the introductory video of the second module. Several people face persecution and discrimination around the globe, and their lives are at risk due to their sexuality and gender expression. Over the last few decades, there has been a rise in individuals belonging in the LGBTQI community seeking protection and a better life elsewhere than their countries of origin. The scope of Lesson 1 is to provide an overview with regards to the situation experienced by LGBTQI persons. The lesson provides information about the legal frameworks towards homosexuality and the treatment of the state and non-state actors towards persons belonging to sexual minorities in third world countries. We focus on 5 countries in this module. The 3rd countries that are investigated are Pakistan, Nigeria, the Gambia, Cameroon, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we have the second lesson. Displaced third country individuals with diverse sexual orientations are often fleeing their countries of origin because they face persecution, discrimination, and violence, even fatal sometimes. And for those individuals, sometimes leaving their country is the only chance of survival they have. They have no other choice but to seek asylum in Europe to be in a position to express their sexuality freely without their lives being at risk. In Europe, third country nationals can seek protection upon their arrival or during their stay for reasons related to their sexual orientation and gender identity. And asylum seekers can submit an asylum application to each country's responsible authorities. And the scope of Lesson 2 is to depict the examination of asylum applications, where sexual orientation is part of the applicant's asylum claim, the subsequent procedures of the asylum applications, and the legislative frameworks relating to non-homosexuality in the project's consortium countries. In most European states, the different stigma and shame is being used to assess asylum applications based on sexual orientation and gender identity. And Lesson 2 will also display the subsequent procedures following the examination of the asylum applications and the legal framework protecting persons with LGBTQI sexual backgrounds in the project's consortium countries. Let's examine now the introductory video of the 4th module. which talks about the challenges older LGBTQI migrants can face in the community. Lesson 1 talks about combating loneliness and isolation, Lesson 2 access to healthcare, and Lesson 3 inclusivity in the workplace. Each lesson has 3 different units. There are also exercises and quizzes at the end of the module. Therefore, you can register in the platform and examine all of the modules, complete the quizzes, and gain as much knowledge as you can from this platform. It's a great opportunity to learn things you may have not heard before and learn about things you may not know. And please also do not hesitate to find us on social media, find the project on social media. Thank you very much.